All right, no text I want to clear up. Hey guys, a lot of y'all, several people have bought shirts since I've been on the air. I set up a easier website to go to just buy shirts, like the FAFO shirts. Just go to buyfafo.com, buyfafo.com. I added a exclusive limited edition Kelly Green version of the shirt for St. Patrick's Day. So go check that out. Those, you got till March 8th to get your order in for those. There will be no extra. It is going to be pre-sale only. And I priced them a little bit cheaper than the other shirts. So get over there, check those out, and they'll be mailed to you in plenty of time for the St. Patty's Day, whether you're going to one in Jackson, Birmingham, Savannah, Georgia, Boston, or Chicago. It's the FAFO logo on the Kelly Green. It looks mighty fine to me. And, of course, the regular gray shirt, dark gray shirt is available as well. Love and appreciate all the support from you guys. Hats are on the way. You've asked me about hats. Ordered a test batch of 20. If I like them when they get here, I'm going to get more made. But I don't want to pre-sell those until I get one in my hand and I'm comfortable with it. All right, so to hell with the devil. God, I love that song. Shout out to Miss Jill Ford. Now, I don't know. I reached out to Jill to try to come on the show. She just texted. She's held up in a committee meeting and not going to be able to make it. But Jill has put forth a bill here. I'm opening up the link now. You can go see this at magnoliatribune.com. It's titled, Not Today, Satan. Bill of the Day. Not today, Satan. Here's a little bit of the article. It says, Mississippi is located deep in the heart of the Bible Belt. While Christianity is the most commonly practiced religion in the state, not everyone shares the same spiritual beliefs. Well, we should run them out. However, one Magnolia state lawmaker is working to ensure satanic symbols are left out of public spaces through a bill titled Reject Escalating Satanism by Preserving Essential Core Traditions Act, or the Respect Act. Put some respect on it. Put some respect on God's name. The bill, filed by State Rep Jill Ford, would prohibit any displays, symbols, or the actual practice of satanic worship on public property. The legislation, HB 1282, states that these properties include public schools. Well, that's going to make Democrats mad. Democrats love worshiping Satan in public schools. Public schools or any areas owned by the state or its political subdivisions, such as counties or municipalities. Rep. Ford's Respect Act notes that there exists a wide range of spiritual views among Mississippians, and they are free to practice those in private. So I feel the same way about your sexual activities. And I don't care what you do in private. Do all the practicing you want in private. Quit bringing it out to the public schools. Funny how Satanism and this trans stuff run parallel in the places it should be practiced versus not. Anyway. Long story short, if someone is found in violation of this act, should it be signed into law, they could be subject to a misdemeanor criminal offense. I think it should be a hate crime and a felony. Well, Clay, why do you think that? Well, I mean, this is a reaction to what happened with the Michael Cassidy, our great Christian warrior, Top Gun pilot, beheader of Satan statues. Michael Cassidy. He went up there, felt it in his heart, saw something that bothered him so much that he bought his own plane ticket, flew to the state of Iowa, went to the Iowa State Capitol, and beheaded the Church of Satan statue. He got charged with a hate crime. A hate crime. We have got to quit playing the brakes to the Democrats' gas. That's the problem with 90% of our conservative leaders here in Mississippi and nationally, is they're just the brakes to slow down the demonic Democrat machine. It's like, I mean, Kim Wade, I know I quote him all the time, but he said something one time. He said, when Democrats are in charge, they go for the jugular. I mean, they go to make generational changes. Look at what they've done at the border. They have ruined this country for generations. But that's what they want. The only thing I can really think of that Republicans have done to make generational changes is Roe versus Wade. And now that's a big one. I don't want to downplay it. That's a big one. But the Democrats are constantly, they did health care. They've opened up the borders, welfare, yada, yada, yada. They made being a conservative and going to a public protest a felony. Me and you ain't allowed to do that anymore. We're insurrectionists. If we go protest against anything Democrats are doing, we're racist insurrectionists. Democrats go for the jugular. So I like the fact that I think Jill's attempting to go for the jugular, but I do believe they should make a tweak to it here, and it should be a felonious hate crime for worshiping Satan, who in and of itself is about hate. If your religion is based on hate, then worshiping it should be a hate crime publicly. Well, you let me find somebody worshiping Satan on school campus around other kids. We can't have prayer in school. We can have satanic worship in school. Well, my blood pressure's getting up just thinking about it. I mean, just thinking about it. It just makes me sick. Let's read a few of your text messages here. Jess says, if we can't pray to God in schools, we shouldn't be praying to anything in school. Amen, Jess. I kind of stole your thunder there, but I didn't see your text after I said it. Let's see here. Reagan I think we already read that. We are caught up on the text for now. Guns and Gear text line 769-241-1944. I've seen some people say that this is an infringement on people's rights. That this infringes upon freedom of religion. It's okay when it's Christians. You're allowed to do all the infringing you want when it's on Christianity. But let's not offend a couple satanic goblins. We're at war, people. Y'all need to call Jill Ford. Y'all need to call the committee chair's name. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you. Y'all need to call him. Y'all need to let people know. Richard Bennett is the committee chair. Richard Bennett. Y'all need to let people know that we want this law passed. We want it to go to a vote. It needs to get out of committee. Is it ridiculous? Yes. It's ridiculous that we're even having to have this conversation. Now, one caveat I have is, who determines what satanic worship is? Or is it kind of like porn? You can't exactly define it, but you know it when you see it. Because I don't want Marilyn Manson concerts being disallowed from coming to the Coliseum. I don't want, if Slayer gets back together, not being able to play at the Coliseum. Not that they ever would, I'm just saying. You know, if I want to go check out a heavy metal show, I don't want the Southern Baptist Convention deciding what is and what isn't Satanism. So it's going to have to exclude musical acts at the Coliseum. Everywhere else I'm good with. Or if we build a new arena. Let's take a break.